myself Vinod Panara, and in this lecture we discuss about program on loop, that is for loop or while loop. Okay, so first program, write a Python program to find sum of first n natural number given by user. Okay, so first one, n is equal to int input, enter the number up to which you want the sum of first n natural number. So here input, that is one type of function, and whatever we are enter inside the input, that is in the form of string. And before the input function there is a int function. What is function of int? It convert string into integer value. So whatever we are enter in input function, that is in the form of string, and we convert string into integer by int function. Okay. Then initial value sum is equal to 0, initial value. Now for I in range 1 to n plus 1. Now for, that is one type of loop used in a Python. And in for loop, this loop continue for every element of that sequence. Okay. Now for I in the range of 1 to n plus 1. So for example, n is equal to 4. So for I in the range of 1 to 5. But this 5, that is not included. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. So here we write n plus 1 because this last element, that is not included. Okay. Then body of loop, sum is equal to sum plus I. So this loop continue for first element, second element, third element, all the element of for loop. Okay. So for first element, I, that is equal to 1. Okay. Now I is equal to 1, put here in place of I, and what is initial value of sum, that is equal to 0. So 0 plus 1, so sum is equal to 1 at the end of first iteration. Then in second loop, I is equal to 2, put in the place of I, and what is value of sum in previous loop. So in previous loop, value of sum, it is equal to 1. So here put sum is equal to 1. So sum is equal to 1 plus I is equal to 2. So 2 plus 1, it is equal to 3. So at the end of second iteration, value of sum, that is equal to 3. Now third iteration, then fourth iteration, fifth iteration. So this loop continue for every element of I. I is equal to 1, I is equal to 2, I is equal to 3, I is equal to 4. And then print sum is sum. So last value of sum, that is transfer here, and we get answer. Okay. So if we run that program, then enter the number up to which you want to sum of first n natural number. If we enter number is equal to 5, then sum is 15. It means 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. Okay. Now this same program we run on a PyCharm. So same program, n is equal to int input, then enter the number up to which there is a sum required. Then initial value of sum, that is equal to 0. So this initial value of sum, that is only used in a first iteration. Then for I in the range 1 to n plus 1 body of loop, sum is equal to sum plus I, and at last after completion of loop print sum is final value of sum. So if we run this program, then output, that is, enter the number up to which you want the sum of first n natural number. If we enter 5, then output is sum is 15. Okay. Then second program, write a Python program that print all the number from 0 to 6 except 3 and 6. Okay, so it means 0, 1, 2, 4, 5. Okay, so for I in the range of 0 to 7, it means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but 7 not included up to 7. Then if I is equal to 0, if this condition satisfied, then print I. If first condition is not satisfied, then go for second condition. Second condition is elif I modulo divided by 2 it is equal to 0. Then pass that element. Now what is function of pass? If any element satisfied second condition, then pass that element. It means do nothing. Do not print that element. Do nothing. Simply pass. Okay. And if second condition also not satisfied, then and then only go for default condition. It is else and print I. So if first condition satisfied, then answer is first print statement. If it is not satisfied, then go for second condition. If second condition also not satisfied, then go for third condition. Okay, so for first I is equal to 0, first condition is satisfied, print 0. I is equal to 1, first condition not satisfied, go for second condition, not satisfied, go for third condition. So print I is equal to 1. Then I is equal to 2, first condition not satisfied, second condition not satisfied, then go for default condition, then print 2. Then I is equal to 3, first condition not satisfied but second condition satisfied. 3 modulo divided by 3 it is equal to 0, because if we divide 3 by 3 then remainder is 0. So simply pass that element. Do nothing. Do not print. Simply pass. So 3 not print. Okay. Then I is equal to 4. First condition not satisfied. Second condition not satisfied. Then print I is equal to 4. I is equal to 5. First condition not satisfied. Second condition not satisfied. Then print I is equal to 5. I is equal to 6. First condition not satisfied but second condition satisfied. 6 modulo divided by 3 it is equal to 0. So skip that element. So pass that element. It means do nothing. Simply pass. So I is equal to 3 and I is equal to 6. Not print out. So that is output 0, 1, 2, 4, 5. Now this same program we run on a PyCharm. So for I in the range of 0 to 7, if I is equal to 0, print I, elif second condition, then pass, else third condition, print I. So this last condition, that is default condition. If all previous condition not satisfied, then automatically default condition satisfied. Okay, so if we run this program, then output, that is 0, 1, 2, 4 and 5. Okay, then Third program, write a Python program to find reverse of a number provided by the user. So we find out reverse of a number, for example 123, then we find out reverse of that number 321. Okay. So num is equal to int input enter a number. We know that what is function of input. Input, that is one type of function, and whatever we are enter inside input function, that is in the form of string. And if we convert that string into integer form, we use int function before input function. Okay. Then reverse number initial value, that is 0. Then while number not equal to 0, while this condition satisfied, continue loop. Then body of loop digit, it is equal to num modulo divided by 10. Then reverse number is equal to reverse number into 10 plus digit. Then num, that is floor division by 10. So this loop continue until this condition false. Okay, first inside the body of loop, first step is digit is equal to num modulo divided by 10. We find out remainder if we divide number by 10. Then second step, reverse number is equal to reverse number into 10 plus digit. So initial value of reverse number, it is equal to 0, and this 0 value in first iteration transfer here. So 0 into 10 plus digit that is transfer here. So initial value of reverse number, that is 0, and it is transfer here in first iteration. Then in second iteration, reverse number of first iteration, that is used. In third iteration, reverse number of second iteration, that is used. So initial value of reverse number, that is used in first iteration only. Okay. And third step, that is num floor division by 10. So this loop, that is continue until this condition false. Okay. Then print out reverse number, that is reversed underscore num. So final value of reverse underscore num, that is transfer here. That is transfer here. Okay. So enter a number, that is 532. So reverse number, that is equal to 235. Okay. Now this same program we run on a PyCharm. So same one, num is equal to int input enter a number, then reverse number, it is equal to 0. This is initial value. Then while number not equal to 0, digit is equal to num modulo divided by 10. Then reverse number is equal to reverse number into 10 plus digit, and num floor division by 10. So this loop continue until condition of while, that is false. And at last print reverse number, that is equal to reverse underscore num. So if we run this program, then output, that is enter a number. So if we enter number 432, then reverse number is equal to 234. Okay. So this is about today lecture. In this lecture, we discuss 3 example on for loop and while loop. Okay, and also we discuss what do you mean by input function and what is int function, and also we discuss if, elif, else ladder. Okay, so thank you for today lecture.